Well, I never thought we'd make it. But here we are. The very edge. Like, I'm not even sure if we're really there, but it feels like, well, to say, to quote one of the voices, it feels different, final somehow. I'm sure what we're getting ourselves into. I'm not sure if we're ready. I'm ready. Doing this for definitely, maybe it's due to being second person, therefore I'm more one-to-one. Although, I mean, I guess the narration, Discoralism was told in second person as well. I felt more third person because, I mean, well, it was third person. But the other bit is, this, I mean, it's direct, it feels even more directly towards me. Like, I don't know, just something about it feels more involved. Maybe it's because Discoralism was an earlier stream before I really started sticking my teeth into this analysis stuff and thinking and talking. It feels different this time. I can't quite put my finger on the exact feeling of it, but good boy, there. But time waits for no man, and neither will this. Well, okay, I mean, I guess theoretically it could wait forever. Because it hinges on our interaction, but you know, you get my point. Love story. Like fresh perspectives and new beginning. No premature endings. All wrong. But funny enough, last stream we had essentially a love story before or our true purpose did away. But we, I don't know what's. But here, whether it's final or not, close or not, there will be an ending. Getting at the thorn. We betrayed her, she betrayed us, and then went somewhere in the middle. Trust each other, let each other out.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Also, needless to say, the thorn has sort of become my favorite. Just, oh, like a bunch of the stories of like 3 chapter princesses are just like, ooh.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
This is the end.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. You'd better watch your back. You can't get rid of me that easy. Do it then. End us all before.
Yeah, no, that isn't right. They should be reassured.
She's gone. And there's that.
Be okay. You've been here before. Get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Kind of will.
Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
But destiny awaits. Our task is not yet complete.
If they think it's bad, I'm with them.
Alright. It'll be okay. What's on the inside? It'll be nice. No. You're still a part of me. I'll see you on the other side. It'll be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
All I ask.
She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
You're right. She will be.
Finally.
Part of her.
We're going places.
Alright. I mean, I'm not sure what I'm expecting. All this build-up. What if? I just put final in the title. Yeah, I've grown. There's another princess. I'm not sure where we'll go after this, though.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
What's it feel to change?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Okay. Oh, this vessel. What of her?
This one yearns for connection she feels she doesn't deserve. Even when shown compassion, she hid herself away. She will make for a cautious heart. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
If they're all extensions of you, you or her, you really say that's true? Never the text blacks out. Okay.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
So we shall. Oh,
You're on a path
I'm not sure
in
what
the
else
woods,
there is.
and at the end of that path
What other...
is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
What other things have we not done?
You're here to slay her.
Okay, so let's think about it. How many princesses are there?
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
I don't know.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Gone down so many paths. I'm not even sure what is left of us.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay, so I get an achievement for everyone I bring. Each princess I bring. So, how many princesses do I have left? Because there's only so many. So of course we got the thorn. Got the entrusting. The endless. Wounded. A frail vessel. A wordless vessel. Burning vessel. Eli's vessel, loving vessel, a beating vessel, funneling vessel, unwound vessel, a fierce vessel, a guarded vessel, a mournful, Judas, Evescent, Godly, Dominant, Spiral, Which was the one where we turned around. Terrifying. Scattered. Seething. We bought the sharp. Yeah, the sharp. What is there? Actually, I'm not sure, really. How would we access the ending? I mean, we've killed it with a knife. We let her kill it with a knife. Tell you what, let's just quickly go to this one, because I was at least looking through achievements. And there isn't a thing where we go without the knife and like lure the wordless
You
out.
make your way down to the cabin. Your fated confrontation awaits. You know what
So
to do.
we can do that at least.
So, we've already been over the plan. I'm not sure that use violence counts as a plan.
Which, I mean, if we reach the ending, then the actual ending,
It's a better plan than you had last time.
then
I
we'll
don't like this, but I'll try to keep us breathing.
go achievement hunting, I suppose.
The interior is dark and overgrown. Vine, the blade is your... Take it. We're not fighting a monster without a blade. Even if it's not a very big one.
Why not? Because that could give us
That
away.
mirror's back. What are you talking about? There is no mirror. He isn't tricking us. If that mirror's blocking our... I don't know what you're planning, but you're making my job a hell of a lot harder right now.
Just don't worry about
The
it.
steel claw makes us sloppy, too confident. We'll be faster without it.
Plus, no glint of steel.
You step forward, approaching... You heard him. Stop hesitating and smash that antique. That mirror isn't part of this place. It's seeped through from somewhere else.
I'm not really sure.
It, if there even is an it, is a hallucination. Like you said, you've been here twice before. Your mind was bound to start playing tricks on you eventually. It's so grimy. Maybe we can wipe it clean and finally get a look at ourselves. You reach forward and wave
try
your
to
hand
smash
over
it.
the open
Use the
hole
advantage, the
leading to the
surprise.
basement. See? Nothing. Tricks of the eye. No one sense can be trusted on its own. You step forward.
I'm just
into
joking
the
my gut that this will
darkness.
be the final stream.
If there were
But
once
easily if I'm
stairs
wrong.
leading into the basement, there is nothing left to attest to their existence now. There is only a long tunnel of packed earth, growing more narrow as you descend.
However, I don't regret losing them.
It smells of mold and decay. The damp walls leave streaks of dirt along your body as you're forced to hunch,
Oh, I
then
don't want to
finally
think about how
squat down
loose
on
this
all
place
fours
is.
in order to continue. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. As you crawl forward on hands and knees, you're met only with the sounds of ambient
We'll do
earth.
this, man.
No voice slinks confidently up the stairs. No entity threatens violence or pleads for safety. Stay quiet. Don't give her a sound.
Nothing.
You say nothing, maintaining the silence as you carefully make your way down into the basement. The basement is dark and cavernous, a gaping maw threatening to swallow you whole. There is no light here, save for what little starlight has managed to filter down the tunnel. And though you can't see the vastness of the space, you can feel it. You're exposed. Doesn't matter if we can't see down here. We know where she is. It would be better with a blade, but we'll make do.
Yeah. Gonna lure her out.
You step into the shadows and are enveloped in total darkness. Your heart pounds in your chest, ears pricked, eyes wide despite the inky blackness, waiting for any sign of movement. And what? You're gonna turn around the second she runs for us? You'll get us killed, you pathetic fool!
Just
There, she's about to strike.
be.
With the near silence of a determined predator, the princess erupts from the shadows. But you've already started your swift escape.
One's fight, and this will be
Stop
flight.
it! Fight her! The conflict in your heart, though usually of little consequence, slows you down just enough. You don't make it into the tunnel before you feel her hot breath at your back, rushing up your spine and closing in on your neck as her teeth press into your skin and...
Huh?
Death. Again.
Not quite. If death doesn't come, time to leave. Remember the time.
She's gone.
Oh, okay.
Where did she go?
Nah, that's good.
Should we try and find her?
Okay, I thought they would have let us out.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It'll be alright.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. That thing reeks of death. Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
On the other side. Yeah, there. You alright?
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. I'd like to be somewhere nice. Maybe there'll be a good fight there. Maybe we'll find her again.
Maybe. Obviously, I have to try talking to her, I suppose. I never tried going back to her without bringing her a vessel. Actually, we didn't even see her just looking out there she is.
Flickering lights and empty. Whenever you are.
I suppose if we're gonna take this up talk, that would be the time.
Is a child the same as an infant?
Okay, been there. This is done. You know what you do.
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be. And every exploration yields new and complicated. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold, but in this moment,
How much more do you?
if I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. The task of finding my vessels is your burden to carry.
Oh, I think I get it. No, I get it.
Yeah, if that...
I understand now. What I need to do is collect them in one
Flickering lights
playthrough.
and empty.
I'm not resetting, quote unquote. It's different.
I will long for your return. We will meet again.
Your Honor, you're here.
Okay, so let's go collect some, I guess.
You make your way up the shore.
Okay, so
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty,
I didn't
and the
get it
floor and
before,
walls are
but-
painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden
I
table.
was thinking it was all
Perched on
connected
that
throughout
table
save
is a
files,
pristine blade.
but no. What I should be doing is like this. What we're in now. It didn't restart. It simply put us on a cycle again. So we need to go collect more princesses. I'm not leaving the thorn behind. Man, that's okay, so it's kind of tricksy.
The blade.
Okay, so what we'll do is I'm gonna go get the adversary.
You take the blade from her voice. Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the street, focus on the task.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Get the talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with
She might. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what. You ignore the trembling in your hand.
you? Poor thing.
Okay, so hesitate. Which obviously we can't go back to there. So try slay her.
Doubt, unfortunate. A moment of distraction and hesitate. Feel hope, though she's unarmed. We can.
Can't give up. That leads to leads to the godly and the apotheosis. But finish the job.
You and the princess stay. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I want? Can you not feel all those The two of you clash for the final time.
Oh,
The two of you fall to the floor.
We gotta go get the razor.
this was fun.
The princess gasps. Her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
Oh, trust me, I know this ain't the end.
But you don't have time to worry over such things.
Alright,
You're here.
we're going.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
7. Alright, this is gonna be fun. I like it's also an excuse to visit
The
my
cabin
favorites.
is tight.
Take the blade,
You take the
basement.
door to the base. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger?
Yep.
Finally. It's been ages since I've
You know,
had a
I
good
didn't-
fight.
They didn't really point that out in a good way that, like,
This isn't what she
that we
sounded like
should be
last time.
keep going on a
Her
playthrough.
voice is a little deeper, almost threatening. Good. Sounds like my kind of princess. As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head.
So I don't
You
know
need
how
to
much.
stay
I don't know how
focused
many
and keep your wits
collected.
about you. Remember, you're here to slay
guess I
the
should
prince as
save
you
before
descend
each
the
one.
final step. The form of the princess comes into view. A large shack. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without...
Oh, it's you again.
Come
I've been
on.
hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us.
It doesn't.
And you brought your little knife, too. Yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
Oh, we are going to break each other. Slay her.
Good. With a singular focus, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards
Yeah,
the princess.
I didn't think we. It was kind of. If I'm being honest, it's kind of communicated poorly how we needed to keep going on a quote unquote path or playthrough. I guess it makes sense. Kinda. I mean, it probably would make sense to anyone who's like used to playing visual novels.
Here we go. Let's make this count.
Yeah,
Oh, we'll make it count, all right.
I know you will, stubborn.
You can feel flesh give way before a sudden impact blunts your momentum.
Full force.
Your
Keep
weapon
going.
tightly lodged in the bone of her arm. She grins at you from behind her guard.
Come on.
Pull it out. We'll try a different angle.
Nope.
No, we can do this. Just keep pushing. We're not gonna win if our weapon's stuck in her arm.
Keep going.
The princess's grin widens as the two of you push
Ooh,
against
sharp
each
like the
other,
Spectre.
her fiery
the
eyes and
effervescent one.
masochistic glee
Like the ghost that we let
lighting up
possess
the
us.
dreary cave.
Yes. You get it, don't you?
I do. Keep going.
Yes, you're right. We don't even need to talk about it.
Your balance is suddenly thrown off as the princess pulls you into her knee. It
Ow.
collides with your ribs, and you feel them splinter, cracking like wet wood from the impact. As she strikes you again, you hear the whine of straining metal, and then a snap. It would appear that she's loose. We're fine!
There we are.
But you barely have enough time to notice before the princess follows up and smashes her forehead against yours.
I mean, I should have a beak, right?
Your grip loosens from the impact, the blade still wedged in her arm as you tumble to the cold stone floor. I said
Use it as
we're
a
fine.
toothpick.
I didn't say you weren't fine. I was just describing what happened. You might not have said as much, but you certainly implied it.
Yeah.
It really doesn't matter. The princess glances down at the blade embedded in her arm, and with near total ignorance to pain,
Oh. Alright.
You forgot this.
Thank you.
she tosses it at your feet.
I just noticed she has like I'm not sure to call those hooves or not. Sort of demon. Go at her.
You and the princess attack each other once again, each of you dealing a single, terrible, lethal blow.
I didn't hear no bell.
Wait, does that mean we're dead? Or rather, about to be dead. As your blade pierces her sternum, the princess buries her fist into the soft meat of your organs.
I need
You
those.
feel a few horrifically painful pops, a gush of fluid, and it's over. It's finally over. No, it's not. We're just getting started. But it is over. Dead is dead. I know this isn't the happiest ending for you, but you saved the entire world from ruin. There are few better endings than that.
And then once again, he talks about
Well, are you going to listen to him? Or are you going to listen to me? Get up.
he only seems content.
Wait, no, that can't be right. Your
Back
eyes
up,
bolt
baby.
open and you push yourself back to your feet. Alive. Ha! I told you. I told you this wasn't over. What about her? The blade went right through her heart.
Nope.
What about her? If we're fine, then she's fine. No, she's
Bingo.
dead. She has to be... No! Right. We're all shit out of luck, aren't we?
Yeah, no, these guys are
I
insane.
knew it. I told you we should all believe in her. This is perfect. The princess rises from the ground, staggering slightly, one hand wrapped around the hilt of the blade still buried in her heart.
We don't even need to start over anymore, do we? Let's go again.
She pulls the weapon from her chest barely
Look
wincing,
at that. That's gore.
and hurls it at your feet.
That's parts of her on there.
You know what to do. Again!
Alright.
But she came back. What's the point of fighting her if she can just do that?
Will the fight. You know, it's like when you're playing a fighting game, you gotta run the set sometimes.
All of you need to settle down. This whole situation is coming dangerously close to untethering. She clearly never actually died. You just missed her heart, that's all.
Oh, untethering. Okay, so that means like something is thought about her that comes true to the princess, about the princess, and then it like makes her.
Oh, we just missed her
unstoppable.
heart. Oh, of course, that's all. You were the one who said we hit her heart. You were the one who said it was finally over.
So, in thinking that she can't be killed, it makes her unable to be.
Well, I guess I had it wrong. You guess you had it wrong. Aren't you supposed to know everything? I never said I knew everything.
Either way, nope.
With
Keep
an
going.
unbreakable determination, you snatch the blade from the floor and stumble back to your feet.
Poke, poke.
Both you and the princess quake with adrenaline as your eyes lock across the basement floor and share a knowing look. Free from hesitation, you close the distance, both you and the princess aiming to end each other. Your blade digs into her neck, grinding against her vertebrae as her fist connects with your body. The impact forces the air from your lungs, stars dancing in front of your eyes as you fail to keep your bearing. You both collapse to the ground before either of you has a chance to survey the damage.
There we go again.
And then we get up.
Okay.
Yes. And then you get up.
I wonder if you could force us down. I mean, I guess
That was
not.
a good one. More.
You and the princess exchange
Whoa,
dozens
oh,
of
that's
devastating
a
blows.
nasty one.
Sometimes you manage to strike first, and sometimes she tears through you before you have a
Fingers.
chance to act. But more often than not, each of you fells the other in the same moment. And then you get up and do it again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. We're all still here, isn't it?
What are you waiting for? I'm right here. Do you think this is...
What is this place?
Somewhere else.
We do this? Huh. I didn't think we had it in us. But I guess that's the end of the world, isn't it? Far from it. We're
Stumbles and her body
I
sinks.
feel so tired.
Sorry.
She's gone. Is that a...
Alright.
But it feels so... Screw the mirror! Okay. Maybe they'll...
The decay, you withered. Oh. Okay, so yeah, I need to keep going on a thing. I see. So, okay, so that means we have 3. And the number I see float around is
I am
5.
a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new. And to look away is to reshape them yet again.
Okay, so is that what we need
All
to do?
of me is changing. And yet the rest of me is still the same.
Okay, so the number I see floating around is 5. I don't know. The first one must be like either the Defiant or the Tower. I mean, the Dominating or the Tower. I mean, or the like the Tower or the Apotheosis. Which one of those two? Then I chose to use the save file that brought the Thorn to her. Now we brought the Adversary. Who are the other two I want? I mean, as much as I like the Blade, that was a fun bit. But I think I'll bring the Effervescent, like the Ghost we let possess us. And then I'll bring the Endless. Contradictions don't exist. I can stand to be a contradiction.
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Voices? How times go? At least one of us always hurts the other. Yes.
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
Torture me? No. I do have an opinion, but I'm not sure how I feel. I mean, feel like a different being, so yeah, I guess it does just feel distant.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
You know about this vessel? What happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths.
We don't know.
And my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
How do you feel now?
We will know when we near our destination.
Right. Go.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
You're here.
Okay, so next,
You make your way
bringing
up
the
the shore.
ghost.
The blade. You take the blade. Her voice. Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down. She's so focused on the task.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
You step
Get on my
forward.
knees.
Oh? No talking. I'm probably chained up in this basement for... So, you...
She's unarmed.
There'll be slay her, then we have to come back.
You lunge forward without a... You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade
Don't like
already
that, though.
sinking deep into her heart.
Oh, this is it, isn't it?
Not really.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Yes and no, considering you're a ghost. Next time we'll meet.
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well.
Does she believe she'll be alive, or that she'll continue?
But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Yep.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, why do I feel you did kill someone?
Okay, so yeah, then we're trapped
You
in the
open the
void.
cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only
Nothing.
a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find.
So why'd you
Instead,
put,
what
why'd
you find
put us here?
is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Won't be.
I'm so glad you're keeping an open mind. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
It isn't, but
Time
we'll get to that.
passes.
Isn't she here? I'm happy. We're
Are
happy,
we
are we?
really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
Oh yeah, he's just telling us.
Good, because I have an idea to get us out of here. Though you're probably not going to like it.
Oh, I know what it is.
Blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end.
One day I'll let me. One cycle you'll let me get answers.
Do you not?
Probably.
There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Oh, it.
Thank you. I made this happy little
You
place.
didn't make anything.
Is this not a good enough reward for
Wait a
saving the
minute.
world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate?
Okay, I have two questions. One, made this place, so the narrator make the cabin as like a prison. Two, he can lock the door on us when we're like trying to not slay her and try to leave with her. Why can't he lock the door and stop us from going in there?
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
I mean, for there to be dust means there has to be something generating it, which I guess could be the wood above, or like fragments of rock that just broke away on its own.
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
Thank you.
The end. Nice knowing you.
You know, in other places, you're quite content when I die, because at least like the princess is dead as well. Either way,
You're on a path. You're here to.
don't let him know a thing.
Warning. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying. She won't be a problem.
Oh, the cold. You're something, alright?
The interior of the cabin is cold. A soft odor of the blade is your implement. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time.
I wonder if it's an after effect since we were gone in there for so long.
Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
No blade needed.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead.
I just like it.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
How's it that sometimes you're able to describe it like, oh yeah, no, yeah, ooh, this place sucks. Other times you match the mood.
The room below is silent.
But she's dead.
Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain.
But it is.
Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor. Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
I can't help it. I like the stories of betrayal, and then like break each other's trust, and then
Ghost!
can't believe he's scared of it.
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Possess us and/or tear out our heart.
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you.
Yeah, it's kind of a, yeah.
Her touch is cold and ethereal,
formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin.
I kind of want to bring princesses that at least have some nuance. I say nuance when I brought like a berserker.
So she has a body, and she's right there. We could probably grab her and kill her again, if we wanted to.
I don't want to though.
We don't even need a blade. She looks fragile enough to me.
Either way, it wouldn't work.
I see you don't have that annoying knife anymore.
Yeah, no, I brought nothing but trouble.
So, does that mean you regret what you've done? Are you here to apologize and make nice?
Yeah.
Beg for absolution, maybe?
Nah. This ain't a confessional.
Because I might be interested in seeing a little begging.
Okay. You know why you came back?
How should I know? Why does anyone come back? Maybe I have unfinished business with you. Or maybe you have unfinished business with me.
A little bit of both, really.
All I know is there's a hole in my chest. Not the big obvious one that you put there. There's something older and deeper.
Well, I wonder if that means she's sort of aware of her, well, sort of purpose.
A nagging reminder that I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
Do they, shouldn't have done that. It just seems like a child would say that. You tricked me. Listen, I was tricked into killing you.
Okay. I didn't want to be open to the idea, but there's no denying it now. You've clearly been here before.
Nah, you would think, you're just imagining.
Oh. What tipped you off? Was it the corpse? Doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that nobody tricked you.
You kinda did.
I've done nothing but give you wholly accurate information, and I'm sure whatever version of me you met in whatever other world you came from gave you accurate information as well.
Trapped us in void.
And how do you know that? Because any other me you've met is still me. And I haven't tricked you, nor do I have any desire to trick you in the future.
I wonder how he views that then.
And clearly you decided to heed most of the warnings I gave you. Otherwise you never would have mostly slayed her.
Well, how would you suggest I do it now, though?
But we did slay her. Yes, fine, you did slay her, but clearly part of her is still unslayed. There's no point wasting time bickering over semantics. The fact that you apparently botched the landing isn't on the me you're talking to, nor is it on any other version of me that you've encountered. You're using a lot of words to say a lot of nothing.
I mean, hey, I'm not gonna say that, but I mean...
Enemy of my enemy.
The princess circles you again, her icy fingertips trailing up your spine, sending shivers rippling across your flesh.
I don't want enemies. I don't want to fight. I just want to go home.
Yeah, that's fair.
Is that really so much to ask?
Oh, it's not.
And just where is home, I wonder?
Beyond here. Long beyond here.
I don't know where home is. I just know it isn't here. But I can feel it calling to me from someplace far away. Wherever I'm supposed to be, it's out there.
How specific?
Yeah, no, she's grasping at where she's supposed to.
And how convenient for her. You see what she's doing, right? She's suggesting that the only way you can rid yourself of her would be to let her out, which, in case you haven't been listening, will spell the end of the entire world.
I mean, if she's mostly slayed, then that means the world will be mostly undestroyed. Good. How do I help? You need to like bury your bones.
No, those bones are just a body. They aren't me. Bury them. Smash them. It won't do a thing. But you can help me. This place won't let me leave. At least, not alone. I've tried. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place. even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here.
Maybe we should just leave. If she can't get out on her own, then why do we have to do anything?
Because you have to help
We
her.
could probably walk out right now and everything would be fine.
Well, I want to help her.
Hasn't got out and can't get out are two very different things. It'd be dull anyway. It's more interesting if we make a choice.
Like, technically, trying to lock her down there was a choice.
But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride. After all, you own me.
Yeah, fair enough.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us?
She is.
She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place.
If you let her in, there is very little anyone can do to stop her.
Would she be able to see us if we went along with it?
Yes, actually.
Now isn't that
Wait a minute,
an
wait a minute.
interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly.
Like, I'll talk about
Won't
it.
like how things play out.
Do it.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
You're really trying to make it up to me,
I am.
aren't you? Thanks for being a pal, killer. I mean it.
Well, I can't die. It's just selfish for
What are
me
you
too.
doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
See you soon.
Yeah.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness
Like in a
flowing out
pool.
from your heart, all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul.
You feel like that when I get into like a cold body of water.
I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over?
No, we're fine. Ooh, my bones.
I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain,
Ooh.
your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body.
Okay, can we try to sync up?
You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Come on, you. You've got to get up. I know everything feels heavy right now.
I like how she's more
but
clear.
we still have to get out of here.
Because she's in our head.
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
So, it doesn't work like that for you?
Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
Ah, come on.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor. Are they also supposed to be you?
But yeah, like broken glass on the floor. Supposed to be like shards of a mirror.
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass. I'm
Nuance.
It's okay. You can finish your thought.
a voice. I'm me is what I am.
Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
I mean, yeah, that's all that matters.
You don't have to fight. We'll all be out of here soon.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too.
Narrator's talked about being an echo, not really a shard.
I'm
Anything.
clearly the same thing you are.
They're not listening to me. Do they not listen to you either?
Not directly, but I still get to make the choice.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him.
Or the narrator.
You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
How much more?
So, you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground, The princess is nowhere to be seen. Obviously, she's nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, who are you talking to?
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
You don't have to let him get to you. You're better than that. You're starting to make things right.
I can only hope.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
With what? Go.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the
Can try to close
princess's
the door on
spectral
us.
form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
Yeah, man.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
I do.
How do you know that?
Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world? It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world.
That much is true.
Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world.
Oh, ooh. Now think about that. All the world's interconnected.
I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn?
Ooh, and that's the other bit. Is it the same thing on a continuum? I mean, clearly.
Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture
know.
of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door. For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
Yeah, it's like your job, man.
Maybe the bossy one doesn't actually hate me. Maybe he even likes me. Or maybe he just knows that he's been in the wrong. Maybe he's trying to make amends too.
Yeah, he's a little tsundere.
Not at all. I'll have you know that I do hate you, and I will continue to hate you for as long as I am able.
But why, though?
It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate. And whine.
Out of that.
This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen.
Wait, the weight of what?
You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards,
Because obviously you
growing
can exert
heavier
effort
with each
to
step.
change things. So that clearly exists.
We're so close. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If we get out of here, I won't even care that you murdered me anymore.
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause
time to
before you open
delay.
it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will. Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no
Done.
use stalling. Let's see what happens next.
Let's. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, yeah, sneak.
Shit. But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it?
Yeah, that was him
The
trying
handle
to
clicks
muster
as you
something.
twist it, and then the door groans open. Collapse to the ground. You and the princess. Free. Yes?
Free.
Nothing. He's gone, and so is everything else.
Edit it.
So we did slay him after all.
Well, not.
He had it coming,
Is he
I
dead?
suppose.
It depends on if the world's destroyed or not. Or is he tied to us or tied to the world?
But what about us? Are we just stuck here
Tied
in
to us, probably.
nowhere forever? Did taking
Oh,
her out
yeah.
of the cabin really end the world?
There's more.
We're still here. Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of the world?
That's the question. Where are we from?
Okay, I've heard enough from these two. Let's see if I can pop out. I'm out. You actually freed me, didn't you?
I did.
I'm outside. Thanks for giving me a second chance, killer.
Ah,
Don't mention it.
I think this is where I'm meant to be.
it is. Bye. If anything, this will be...
She's gone. And is that a...
Okay.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. You don't need to comfort him.
I do. I'll see you on the other side.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. Whatever makes you happy.
I'd like to think y'all. Princess. Alright, so what happened to us now? Remains, you've unraveled. So what am I now?
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Trees, stars. I mean, I haven't met anyone else, but, you know, probably.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Beauty in that, though. Is anything real? Are we real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Okay, so it's not that nothing is real, it's that nothing isn't real. Which is both in the sense that everything is real, and the sense that the idea of nothing can't exist. Anyway, awake. What'll happen?
If I did, I would already be awake.
Wake. Back. Voices. Some are me, but... Narrator. Wants to kill me. Yeah, do you have vessels?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
I don't know. I don't know why, but I don't actually, though. Does, but you're gonna keep that to yourself. I'm going to have answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
Necessarily. How much more do you need?
One, whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
Pull all the princesses to her. This is the last time, what would you like?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn. The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Know what I want. I know what I want to bring.
I will be here, waiting for you.
I'm going to bring the wound.
You're here. You make your... We're not gonna ignore.
Sorry.
The interior of the cabin is almost...
Yeah. It needs different.
The door to the basement... Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done.
Your help, at least. What?
You walk down the stairs. I am begging you. only making this more difficult.
Thank you.
Any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the...
Your shout. I'll repeat myself. You make your way to the bottom of the stair.
Play her.
Without hesitation, you bring the...
Ooh, wait a minute.
Though your nerves are... You seize a move. We can...
Oh,
Are you serious?
I am. So now we're headed for the beast. I'm gonna make a save here because, like I said, when we're done, we'll go achievement hunting. One of them is here. I'm okay. Well, technically, any chapter 2 start can do.
Warning, before you go any further.
Oh, this will be the last time.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Does a cat lie to a corn? I don't see why that matters.
Alright. I know what we need to do. We're almost.
The interior... The blade is your... You take... The door... The air... She sounds impatient. You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step
Well, I'm
gives
turning
way to
down-
the damp earth floor of a starlit pit. The walls are obscure. The jungle is pressing in on... You see only... Remember, your... Doesn't matter what... Her shining eyes appear between the leaves.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified.
Actually, I'm only gonna be worried about how loud you're gonna be.
I'm so much...
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
Nope.
There's a shift in the humid air. She is too quick to outrun, too nimble to outmaneuver. I guess that's it then, isn't it?
Okay, there we go.
Unfortunately for you, no. This isn't it. You are in a dark and caustic place. A thick, fibrous lining constricts around you, its slick surface impossible to grip. Your hands scrabble, the liquid pooling beneath you starts to seep into your skin. You itch, then sting, then burn as the acid begins its slow work.
Come on.
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me.
Okay, now here's the
You
other interesting
belong
bit.
down there, it screamed
Who's
at me.
it?
The world is better off without you in it.
Is it the narrator?
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess begins to move, her thundering footfalls twisting you helplessly about.
I don't like this.
Your skin protests
And
as the
disgusts me.
corrosive liquid sloshes around you, but there will be no respite for you in sight. The burning grows stronger,
there will be
and you can feel
revenge.
layers of you being peeled away.
But you don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else. You came from out there. So I consumed your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat, and I draped what was left of you on my back, and I
This will make a
threw
good coat.
myself against that door.
Like, I'd fit over her like a goat. Previous one. East. Where? Oh yeah,
She
the
stops,
previous one.
her muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh, you hear the whine of straining metal. And with a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her.
You know, okay, now I'm wondering. When does she, like, when between me dying and back, does she change? Or by extension, the cabin.
Her chains. She's loose.
But even then, it denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards, the distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
And then it was
So
gone.
close.
And I was here. A new enclosure.
Okay, so yeah, I was
a
before.
nicer cage. But still a prison. I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
Does that work? Do you really need me to give you you still have that steel claw? Or we could use it to... That is a... Though you have little room to move, you use what strength you can muster to drive the blade forward into the thick walls of tissue digesting you.
I can feel you tearing through me, but are you swift enough for it to matter?
I am.
Your body is violently jostled, the disruption causing burning skin to slop from raw muscle, and you hear what you can only assume is the princess pulling against the door to the cabin.
The cage is still locked.
Keep going.
You slice again, deeper, rooting through her meat with the tip of your blade, until at last it finds her beating heart. The pulling returns to banging as the princess desperately throws everything at the cabin door. Your flesh screams as your reddened, spongy body is hit with fresh waves of blistering acid.
You can't hold me forever.
Oh, but doesn't matter. Kill her.
So your body is dissolving, eroding into unrecognizable shapes. Your will drives it forward. You have a target, and you will strike it. We're too late, aren't we? This isn't survival. This is spite.
It is.
No, it's something better. It's fulfilling a noble destiny. Your lone, functioning arm lashes out, stabbing up towards the princess's heart.
So you found a way to kill me.
Yeah, that's weird.
Then we'll die together. And I will see you again soon.
It will be something, alright?
With those prophetic words, you do not draw another breath. But at least you've saved the world. I hope.
So, it seems, do they learn more about the world as it goes on? Because it seems like, what do the others know that I don't?
We are a path in the woods. We have no beginning, and we have no end. But something cold and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge. His gaze pushes against our borders, curling them in on themselves, preventing them from stretching to the places they need to reach.
No, that's all wrong. You're not a path in the woods, you're on a path in the woods. Who's even saying that?
End of that path? Nothing, because Princess is the path.
That's not the princess, is it? Oh no. How many times have you been here?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I think this is our third? That's bad. That's very, very bad. It wasn't even supposed to reach 2. If you're at 3, well, no wonder things aren't the way they're supposed to be. Let's get our facts straight. What happened last time? What could you have possibly done for things to be like this?
Murder-suicide? Well, get more like just murder.
The thing that sits beyond our edge speaks his logic into us. He tries to grasp at things that cannot be grasped. He tries to stare with wide pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the eye or with a passing glance.
Shut up. The rest of you, talk.
No.
What happened? What did you do? Can she hear us if we talk?
I can hear everything, little one.
Wait a
But
minute.
you don't have to be afraid of me. There's no place where you end and I begin. Nothing can hurt you here. Not anymore.
So does that mean one long quiet? If I was had the other voices, would she be able to see them?
Oh, I like that. I don't feel so small anymore when you put it like that.
That's because you aren't small, even if you act that way.
Beautiful
We're
contour.
both so much more together than we were apart. And we can be so much more still. Vast. Unfathomable.
Is that what she's gonna want? Is she gonna want me to murder
You're
her
not
at the end of
mad
this?
at us for stabbing you in the heart, are you?
No. Are you mad at me for swallowing you whole?
Ah, not really. It all seems so petty right now. She
Everything
ate you,
seems distant, I know.
and now you're convinced that you're stuck together. What a mess.
He doesn't understand. We aren't convinced of anything, and we aren't stuck together. We're one. This is how we're supposed to be. Can't you feel it?
What is he watching?
I'm not watching you, I'm trying to help you. That's not an answer to our question.
of what you are.
I don't know what he is. I only know that he is something other, and that he wishes for you and I to tear ourselves apart.
If this is the opinion the other one will have.
I do want that, but only because it's in your best interests. It's in everyone's best interests. You won't be able to slay her unless you remove yourself from her.
He wants us to kill each other.
Except I won't let him do that either.
I don't. I want you to kill her. Don't be charmed by her faux solidarity. You're not in this together.
Oh, well, you don't know. Well, you
She's
don't
the
know.
only one who poses a threat to the world, and she's trying to make you go along with it. You don't have to enable her, especially when you have what it takes to stop her.
How would we stop her?
We push back. It may feel like he's everywhere, but presence isn't strength. Otherwise, he would have torn us apart by now. There must be a crack in the walls of this prison. There must be a way for us to be free from him.
She's trying to use you. After everything she's done, you should be able to see that. I may not have been around to witness it, but clearly you remember what happened. How about you try remembering how it all felt?
Remember.
We can't go back to that. We can't go back to the fear and the hunger and the pain. Not after being something as beautiful as this.
You feel. The one between feel that way.
Doesn't all that conflict feel so far away right now? So petty? We've been posed against each other by something that understands the strength of our unity.
I can feel a thumping, a heartbeat,
Oh, the actual heart that's nearby.
like a distant terror that keeps getting louder the more we pay attention.
Please, stop. If you let it in, we'll fall apart.
Don't look at it!
Sorry.
I think we should hear out whatever it is that's trying to be heard. I like to take...
That's a terror.
Please, don't make us remember how I was.
And just like that, you start to fall apart. I can remember it now. I didn't like being eaten. I'd forgotten how much it burned. And the air was so hard to breathe. She didn't care. She didn't care at all. All of that digging with the knife, and we didn't even get to win. That was hard work. I wanted to win. And what's the point of being part of a large... As you remember the terror, and you remember that you are a distinct being with a finite form and a mortal
I am
body.
me.
You can feel it.
But am I me?
There is a shifting of the space
Still the
around you,
others.
the
How much
infinitesimal movement
what
of
are
your
we?
molecules rearranging back into the shape of what you're meant to be.
No! I devoured you! I won! I put things back the way they were supposed to be!
Some divisions, when sown, can never truly be mended. A cavernous gash rips across whatever it was you thought you were.
The cabin in the woods.
A cabin comes into being among the trees. It approaches, and it swallows your body whole. And then you find yourself blade in hand, exactly where you need to be. At the center of it all is the princess, a wooden and fleshy heart beating with an unbroken rhythm. You're filled with a sense of purpose. Strike at her. End this once and for all.
Sorry.
I feel empty, don't you?
I feel safe. Well, this should be easy. Do we have to? You have to.
And no, I want to do.
You devious little bastard. If you think I'm going to let you free her, you have another thing coming.
Don't.
And that other thing is...
Nothing.
We'll just have to wait and find out when it happens. Ignore him. His words only confuse us. Just do it. He's weak. Thinks he can... You're tired, aren't you? No, I'm not. I'm... Fine. Whatever. You cut the princess down from the roots that bind her. I hope you're happy. Good luck getting her out of here.
Well, it's not out of here that really matters. That much, anyways.
I didn't think you would do that after everything.
Okay. I like to think it was complicated.
It's so cold without you.
Oh, that's something else. Ow. Really big.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
No point to it. But either way, this, I got a feeling.
And is that a...
Alright,
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
it will.
That thing. If they think it's bad.
I'll be okay.
Okay, I'd like... Finally.
Will be somewhere nice. Trust me. What do I see? I'm nothing at all. That isn't right. Can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and you see it. Figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Me?
I think you know what I am.
But you're here too. A bird. In my head with all the other voices. Echo. Are you like the one in the long between? Long quiet? But for me? Are the other voices of whatever? Are they like different princesses to you? A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. Another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I get to see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all.
Yeah, teeth.
An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
But what are you? Something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
What you call it an echo. All the same in different worlds. You said something like that before. Has every narrator really been different?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design.
Why?
This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world.
But why?
But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
All the hubris. Yeah, no, all the times you spoke down to me, what have you got to say for that?
I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
And also, after what you've done to me, why does anyone deserve it?
Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you.
So yeah, I mean, okay, so yeah, so that's obviously just gonna take away one of them. Does it hurt? I don't care. Be honest. Do you want to destroy him? Breaks. Or to me? And that was answered. So looping, other version of him. But this isn't more real, I guess. But why they lied?
Perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. And for all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really?
That explains why some of them thought, like, good job, you did it. When we mutually killed each other, but, like, others acknowledged that, like, no, you'll doom this world if you kill yourself after killing her. They had different understandings of how the world, well, everything worked.
Except for me. I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
Okay, so if you made me, what am I?
You're the long quiet.
I'm
the god I made to rid the world of death.
What? Where's that? Okay, but what's the princess?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
How do you know things won't be worse?
Of course they won't be worse. I saw a glimpse of a better world, and I did what I could to make it real. Anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
Actually, yeah, why would you want to get rid of it?
If you need to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying.
But it's still part of the world, part of the natural process. Definitely off the run out of question.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
Here it is right. Or the long quiet, vast, nascent God. Finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Last time. There's no final vessel for you to bear witness to. Nothing for you to find. Well, it seems like she found me instead.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Do you know about the echo?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I am the long quiet, but I'm not sure what that means. Dread and death. I'm not even sure how I do that.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
And now,
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
in a way,
When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes.
yes, the death is that an Elden Ring reference?
So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
You ask the hardest questions, don't you? Why is it all falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Actually, yeah. If this was always the end, then what was the point of me walking collecting them? If none of it matters, then it was always gonna be this.
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, be it.
Oh dear.
A web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves. The shade of a beautiful beginning we can never return to. You knew me, and I knew you.
No.
Even more than either of us know each other now. And you chose to pull apart that weave. But you did not choose to end me. We were still one, but we were also separate, and we were free. We were as we are. Will you excise that part of yourself now that you see me from yet another angle?
Shit, you man. No one ever were free. We were as we are. You were part of me. I can't bring myself to harm you. This ain't what it's been about.
Is it not? Perhaps you can enlighten me.
That. If you are changed, and oh dear.
A shiver passes through you as unseen fingers dance across your skin. They remember the violence you inflicted on them, and yet they don't return it.
Oh no.
I offer you absolution, and you take my hand in yours. You felt the pain you caused another, and you were willing to sacrifice everything you thought was you to set me free.
That's dirty.
Without sin, there is no redemption.
People forced to hurt each other like a cycle. We don't have to hurt anyone
You
anymore.
cling to your notion of pain as suffering. There is beauty in ugliness, and love in conflict.
Not if it's endless, not if it's a cycle. There has to be something else.
The sensation of bleeding and sweating and breaking and mending and dying and living comes back in vivid color. You feel the shame of 100 deaths and the pride of 100 conquests. All of the peaks and valleys weaving themselves into a single tapestry, free of beginning and free of end. Do you remember when we killed each other
They
with
bring it back
such
down.
fervent passion that death itself no longer sat on our shoulders?
That wouldn't have meant. Actually, yeah, between us, why does the entire world have to change?
We are the whole of reality.
We don't have to change it, though.
A thought is a vine, and some thoughts nurture thorns that bleed the soul, and endless growth that blots your vision
I mean, if we
and
are-
strangles your trust.
I mean, it's irresponsible to play a power like this.
When I succumbed to myself, you patiently stood by me and cut the thistles that rooted in my skin. Your compassion is what freed us both, but compassion is a thing that must be nurtured, and you cannot nurture that which cannot change.
And change. It doesn't have to be on such a grand scale. We are not the whole of everything. Oh yeah, you don't see me as me. Then all this reflecting on yourself, but yet yet you just want to extend that to me? Come on.
I could ask you the same. There is only room for one of us to be blind here, and I know it to be you. We are each other's mirrors, and are we not divine?
You are weightless, suspended in the gravity of an idea that
That's the
threatens to
apotheosis, yeah.
consume you. And you are alone. A tiny island caught between the death of the old world and the birth of the new. But alone is not helpless.
Isn't. Oh.
When you were confronted with my vessel's apotheosis, you chose against all odds to defy me, to hold on to your inner self with all its flaws, even in the scorching light of my divinity. Without me, there are no externalities to resist. And it is struggle that carves meaning into consciousness.
It does? But why does it have to be you? Come on, we can be
Why
one.
would I stoop to your level when I'm offering you ascension to mine?
Have you ever seen it from my level?
It's so peaceful here. Beautiful. Eternal. But ever-changing.
You don't know what that means, do you?
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
I mean, I got save files so I can see what else happens, but what happens if we leave?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
That doesn't sound fair.
It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
How do you know if it's truth if you can't scrutinize it closer? Fine. But okay, I guess we'll try merging with her. Conflict,
Nothing brings me
incarnate
greater
meaning.
joy than to hear those words. The final piece lies with you.
Free yourself. Fall into yourself. Body of an ancient creature stirs from hibernation. You feel sensational limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. Feel your wings, spanning a cosmic scale. Twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite flame. Feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, finding you across infinite sides and infinite angles. Push back and strain, but it does not yield.
I love you.
All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. That's what we see. Wait, that's what it is? It's a barrier. I saw it with...
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality, something that simply is. What now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Right? You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contain 1,000 more. You exist, you are aware, just as you've always been, just as you always will be. The conflict is in your nature. Two of you will never be alone. Two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. There are no endings, only new beginnings. Oh, the voice in our head. Oh, Trevor Henderson. That's cool. Our song. Good ending doesn't count. Expression of gratitude. Here's a track order for a special place just for you. Take a screenshot. Our song. Join the Discord or mailing list. Play our other game. Okay, so this one would be when we just meet. So I guess now we're achievement hunting. I guess the other things are just. Okay, there we go.
Ever the passive player, when the echoes spun us from so.
Let's go.
Nothing brings me.
And there's one for just like immediately achievement hunting now. Okay, right now. Oh. That's the thing that lets us immediately join her.
Ever the past when the nothing.
Yeah, so one of the things was just joining her as soon as we can. Oh. I guess not. Either way, we have something else we have for it. I don't know what the answer is, but it has to be something else. It can't be this. I ain't killing you, but I ain't setting you free either.
There is no something else. This, what we are, is everything.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Hero? Oh man, I didn't think about how good it'd be to hear your voice. Ah, it's great to hear you,
It's
man.
good to be here.
Ah, my man.
She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence.
How are we gonna do that?
There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
The
It's time to resume our dance.
it is.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Then let's go.
Oh, hero, you. Cabin.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it?
You know what? We're here. Got each other.
Do you need me to describe things?
Just you and me. Anyone else make it through?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
There. The Spin's probably having the time of his life out there. Really gone, is he?
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
Know how to feel. It's funny. After everything you put us through, the lies, the subterfuge, intentional or not, violence, the hatred. I can't lie. Kinda bad.
Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he?
If we were to believe him, or at least a version of him. But for old time's sake, yeah?
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it. And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
I'll listen to you for now, but
That's probably for the best.
It's always seemed to give us more options than not.
Suppose you're right.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Or Graydon. Because we took the blade and we're expecting her to be violent.
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
Or will it be down here?
And there you are, knife in hand. It really brings me back. Have you given up on talking? Have you finally? You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
You're the same out there as here. Extension of itself.
No. I feel like I'm myself again. Honestly, me neither.
I mean, I don't want to hurt anyone. There has to be a way.
Well, I don't want to be at the end of that knife, so how about we figure something out? What if we tried doing this forever? I can do whatever you think I can, right? So, make me put it all back. Make me fix the Echo's construct and make me wipe our memories of everything that's happened. Make me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up. Before either of us saw the truth.
Again.
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
We're gonna be here again, though.
And if we do, nothing is stopping us from making the same choice. We could just keep doing this forever.
Maybe we've already done this. Right.
Okay, if this is your choice, then I have your back. I guess I'll see you on the other side.
We won't remember that, will we? Oh, that's...
She takes the blade from our hand, a fondness in her gaze.
Oh, I love you too.
We have two parts. Take each other home. It was dark. You die.
You're on a path. You're here to...
You're on a path of the woods. At the end of that path is a cabin. Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's probably for the stairs. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her
Then
waiting.
after this, we're...
And there you are.
So this is it then. Let's see this through.
So, that's how it is.
Sorry.
Whatever world you want to build without me, I hope it works out. Despite our differences, I've always loved you, and I wish you nothing but the best.
Only for one more ending to this. And that's the one we'll end on. Whatever achievements, I'll probably hunt them on my own after this, after stream. Or days after. But there is one more after this. Gone. What we have left of her, it's a small, melancholic weight that the borders of your heart. Her action brought you into the princess into being was rough, jagged, left to each of you with a piece of the other. Destroying her, once and for all, but a part of yourself. The world hasn't ended.
She's gone. And I don't think she's coming back.
We are in the void again. And he locked us away after killing her. That means locked us there to... Do people get the ability to die again? By doing in the world, we just allow death to happen, to exist as a concept. A small part of her is with us.
Is that a metaphor, or are you being literal?
A little bit.
It doesn't matter. We don't need to linger down here anymore. Let's get going.
Yeah, alright. Leave the basement behind. There's no
It's quiet here.
long quiet. Path in the woods outside are an empty canvas. There's even more to see beyond this place. Due to your labors, a world free from death. Body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation. You feel sensation in your limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here is you. You feel your wing. Planet plane. But it does
He's
not
gone.
yield.
She's gone. No one is left to trap us here but us.
Can't break through. Bear witness. All at once, the unyielding tension gives away. Oh, shattering. You are free. For you lies the endless expanse of absolute reality. A new absolute. One forged by your will in a long and arduous cycle of bloodshed that stained your hands countless times over. There will be no more bloodshed in this new world.
It's finally over, isn't it?
Hey!
All of us are still here.
We are.
I knew we'd finally see it through. All it takes to be a winner is grit and determination.
The whispering, and the coercion, and the bickering. Everything horrible about being alive has stopped. I could get used to this.
I'm happy.
That wasn't very hard at all.
No, it was, man.
Speak for yourself.
Hey, you weren't the one that had to do it.
Well, boys, how does it feel? We're not just on top of the pecking order, we are the pecking order now.
I mean, I was gonna say it, but I mean, that is true.
I hope this was all worth it, because I'm personally inconsolable.
Hear, hear, to our vanquished foe.
Here, here.
Well then, I guess the only thing left to do is figure out what happens next.
Everything begins. A new and unending dawn. Alright, but we have one more path. Oh, blade.
No blade it is. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far.
We're able to talk a lot of people down. Only the princess, but... yeah.
The stairs. Do you
Have you figured out what you want?
It sounded just like that. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are. Hands empty. So you don't feel like recreating our first meeting detail for detail. I wonder what else will be different. Maybe there's still room for us to chat before the final curtain call. What do you say?
Sure. See you again.
Right back at you. In a way, it hasn't been much time at all, but it feels like it's been forever since I've seen you. Thanks for coming back.
Yeah, you gotta give props to the voice actor. They're all the voice actors, really. Good. Either way, I'm sorry for the times I've hurt you.
The first time we met, I literally beat you to death with my bare hands. You don't have to apologize to me. But still, I appreciate it. And I hope you can also forgive me.
You know, when she puts it like that...
You have to say a thing.
I don't know. I'm a part of her, I think. But she's seen so much more than we have. Like, she's seen everything, right? I don't think I could hold all of that without losing myself. I don't think you could either.
You're the real princess.
I'm the same princess that's been with you since the beginning. And I feel real. But I also feel like I'm a lot more than I was then. We've been through a lot together.
I don't think there's anything more real than that.
So we're just us with all of our experiences. The two of us, playthings of beings above us and echoes. Not really fair, is it?
No, it really wasn't. But just because it hasn't been fair doesn't mean that it hasn't been worth it. I'm really glad I got to know you.
Same here. Actually, yeah, what do you think?
I don't think she's the sort of thing you can really disagree with. It doesn't matter if she's right or wrong because she exists. She's this big, unrelenting force, and there's no arguing with her. But I guess that was the question out there, wasn't it? And it was the question before you came down here, too. Should she get to exist?
Should you get to lose your agency?
I'm glad you didn't bring that knife with you. And like I said earlier, I don't really want to be her. I think I just want to be me.
Yeah, I'm happy not to be everything. Just being us is plenty.
Yeah, I don't need...
Doesn't matter what we call ourselves. It's just another label, and I don't think labels have ever helped us. All they do is cram us into boxes where we don't fit.
Yeah.
Just like this cabin.
So, you actually have a name?
I never had one. And do not call me the Shifting Mound.
What?
It's too much.
Oh, come on. You can call me the Long Quiet. But... Nah, yeah, that one really worked.
But I've always been a princess to you, right? So why don't we stick with that?
Imagine.
And as for you, well, hero works for me.
You hear that? Voice of the hero?
But that's me. You know, I think I like that.
Well, what if we leave?
Do you know where this cabin is? Because I don't. I don't even know what's supposed to be outside other than us. What would even happen if we leave? What would that even mean?
I've always wanted to leave with you. I don't know. I just didn't like being a god. To the cabin just as we are. Me. Knowing is why I want it. We knew everything out there, but we don't know that. I want to know. We didn't like those beings. Too much responsibility if I'm being honest. So just us as we are. And now,
I want that too.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you.
Ah, man, you were, come on, man, you were there since the beginning. Like, come on, we are each other.
Yeah, it wouldn't feel right, but I'll be okay. I don't think I'll be alone for long either. I'm sure I can find the others.
Amen. No narrator, no voice of the hero. I guess really it is just us, Princess. Hands clasped together, you and the princess leave the basement behind for the last time. Quiet as you ascend, a comfortable silence filling a space that used to be flooded with violence and words and thoughts. There's an energy in the silence, electricity, anticipation of the unknown. Top of the stairs, the princess stalls, eyes fixed on the cabin door. Unsure of herself, first time in a long, short existence. There's no part to play anymore. She knows this. Still is. Crosses the room to the door outside, pulling you excitedly with her.
This is it. I have no idea what it's going to be like out there.
Neither do I. Oh, but that's the fun of it, isn't it?
Not that I'm scared or anything. It's exciting, really. Anything could happen.
Anything could happen.
And if it's bad, then it won't be bad. Not with you.
I mean, come on. This is a love story.
I love you too.
Ah! In a way, this feels like it made the ship along quiet. No. No. Not me, but the player character. It makes them feel like their own person.
But I'm trying not to be sappy about it. Don't make me get all emotional.
Ah, fine. I'll hold enough emotions for the two of us. Oh. Oh. Is it me, or would I just be considered another voice? And what happens next? Whatever it is, face it together. And that'll be the ending. Voices you had, Jonathan Sims. That was Boone's Day. We're not returning to the main. Because we've reached an ending. Beyond everything. As far as I'm concerned, and as far as the streams are concerned, that is the ending. A lot of lessons and learning and discovering. Pretty good. Learned a lot between then and now. About ourselves, about the princess, each other, our true natures. Like I said, there's still other achievements to go for, and maybe I'll post about them on my social, whatever. Should I wonder? Does it work here? Social. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, still redundant to have the YouTube on there. But I mean, like I said, I use the same overlay for Twitch and YouTube. I don't think it matters too much. But yeah, that was. Maybe not the best stream game. I mean, it would have been better if I had just realized that us going on the same should have been going on a single like cycle or playthrough, quote unquote. Theoretically, we didn't have to meet all the princesses, but I think it's good that we did. Well, we could have knocked it out in 3 streams if we didn't, but yeah, we did a lot. Yeah, that was a good experience. And I mean, if I, of course, I'd suggest you buy it, play it, listen to them, buy the soundtrack, listen to it all yourself. But I mean, if you've been along for the ride, you kind of spoiled on it. Oh yeah. But like I said, there's still other achievements, probably related to other like paths. So you know, you can find those on your own. As tempting thing it would be to have just an achievement hunting bonus stream, it just feels kind of empty when I'm just trying to skip through dialogue and find what's new. Because I kind of felt that when we were rushing through trying to get those princesses to get to the ending. Plus we'd have to do it all over again for one of them. Because apparently one of them involves the first ending being the one where we get the stranger, which is like the one where we immediately turn around and like the one where reality cracks. But like I said, I'll have to do that on my own. And you know, it is whatever it is we want to be. I don't get why he would want to eliminate death. Oh, I guess by ourselves, just going on by ourselves, just left everything behind. Who knows what'll happen to the world? I mean, no being to stop death from being a concept, and no being representing absolute change, potential. So the world, I guess, would be just how it is. Or maybe we are just locked on an eternal cycle. Resetting. You know, part of me was afraid that it'd delete my save files. Because, I mean, if I were thinking and trying to go poetic, that's what I'd do. But I also get that would be very annoying on a player. So, I get not doing it. Yeah, that'll be it. It was a great game, and if yet, you know, I suggest, you know, maybe if you just found this last stream, maybe go buy the game, play it, experience it yourself. Very, very much worth the ride. And yeah, I got it. All the praises for the various voices. This is the head narrator, which I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure if that counts. I mean, it doesn't have a different one for the narrator, I don't think. Even Princess's voice actress, phenomenal. Yeah. Good. I love doing this. Well, I guess now I'll have to find something else. Friday we're going on Twitch, and we'll be starting Kiwami 2 for Yakuza. So what we'll do here, I don't know. I guess we'll find out eventually. Until then, time for me to hit the dust trail. The trails y'all find yourselves on after this, I hope they find you well.